You might think this sounds crazy, but I wish I was in Cairo right now. I know it's beyond dangerous for journalists to be there, but I watched footage of Anderson Cooper getting roughed up in horror, trying to imagine what I would do if I was there, trying to report and then finding myself surrounded by an angry mob on a street in Cairo. Right now, Egypt is home to the world's most important news event. A fluid, dynamic story that will have an impact on the entire world. That's why we got to be there as journalists. Egypt is crucial because the world needs the story to have the transparency that the news media can bring to it. If the media doesn't tell us what's going on, then the government will tell us what they want us to think is going on. This week in Egypt, we've seen concerted, violent campaigns meant to intimidate the media into silence.
Detained, harassed, beat, and chased down dozens of journalists, as we've seen for ourselves.
You are not with us. You are not with us. We want Mubarak.
Journalists are being chased through the streets and beaten, and now one journalist from an Egyptian newspaper has died from sniper fire. The president talked about it today.
We are sending a strong and unequivocal message. Attacks on reporters are unacceptable. Attacks on human rights activists are unacceptable. Attacks on peaceful protesters are unacceptable.
The thing is, those who are trying to silence the journalists don't know my brothers and sisters in the media very well. Journalists know that anytime anyone is actively and violently trying to stop something from being reported, then there must be something valuable to be reported, or some news someone is afraid of being told. And that's when we get more curious and more determined and dig our heels in deeper. Careers and reputations are made in moments like that, but more importantly, journalists live for the thrill of finding and telling dangerous truths. Thugs are making it hard to report from Cairo, and journalists are protecting themselves, but they are not backing down. Some have had to fly home for their safety, but we as news media are not abandoning this story. Other journalists are still in Cairo, laying low, preparing to strike again. The Fourth Estate is far from perfect and has made many mistakes, most notably in the run-up to Iraq. But I'm still proud to be part of the world's news media, and I salute my brothers and sisters who are still in Cairo trying to fight the good fight. You can't keep a good reporter down.
How much of is the absurdity of the effort to shut down the mainstream media really blowing itself out by virtue of social media? If you look at what Al Jazeera and others were able to do, even in the apex of the blackout, information was still flowing like a river because social media postings to their websites, whether it was cell phone cameras, cell phone videos, etc. I mean, isn't there an aspect of this is very 1950s for a dictator to think that shutting down NBC and ABC in some way is going to shut down the information machine?
Well, that's absolutely true. But the citizen reporter movement, which is rising throughout the world right now, is still not enough to do the job for the media. We still need the trained professionals of the media. Go into the middle of the crowd.
I'm just saying it doesn't make the blackout absurd.